Good day everyone, my name is Rahima Dilimba, BA Ed 3. So I'm a reporter of the topic Step in the Preparation of Criterion-Reference Measure. So there are 4 steps in preparation Criterion-Reference Measure. So step 1, clearly define the instructional objective in behavioral form. So the instructional objective should be specific, observable, measurable, achievable, and interpretable. So if we say instructional objectives, it is the statement that describe what the learner will be able to do upon completion of the learning experience. So for example, given the picture of a flower, so that is a condition. The student will be able to leave of the different parts, so that is behavior. Then we feel the 3 mistake, the criteria, and complete the task in 5 minutes. So either this is the condition or criteria. As you can see, an instructional objectives can state each of the 3 parts in any order, as long as they are included and complete and accurately teacher of expected performance is drawn. So in most cases, there are considered the time as the condition, no? They are considering time as a condition and not the criteria performance. So, yun ang most cases. But in other cases naman, where speed is an assets, time, maybe primary criteria of performance. Sa iba naman, nagmamatter ang speed, ang kanilang primary criteria performance is yung time. In any cases pa din, the teacher should be clear as reader, time as a condition. And so as a future teacher, we should be clear whether time is a condition or primary criteria, or both condition primary criteria ang time. So otherwise, the measurement of student performance basis on the objective will be impaired. Okay, so let's proceed to the step 2. Outline the content. So as a future teacher, we must prepare on outline the content to be covered by the test, because we teachers need to understand subject matter deeply and flexibly, so that we can help student to create a useful cognitive. Maps relate one idea to another, address misconceptions. The more deeply a learner processes the content, the better he or she will remember it so. The more the learners processes the content or understand your content, the better that he or she will remember it or learn it. So, there is a big possible na mas ma-remember ng student or the learner your content if he or she deeply understand it so. This deep level of processing also enhances memory by helping the learners create more meaningful knowledge. So, as what I've said, if the student will deeply understand your content, the process of your content, or the outline of your content, the learner can create a meaningful knowledge. So your content outline or outlining your content should have many parts, no? So this includes all of the headers, images, facts, and statistic that you're working with to create a fully final product. For example, think of writing content as you would assembling a piece of aqua furniture. So example natin, you are going to assemble a piece of aqua furniture. So before you can put that with this catch together, you first have to lay out of the various pieces, tools that you're working with. So before you're going to put the coach together, you must have first a layout for you to have a guide on how you are going to put it together or assemble it together. So you need to lay out all of the various pieces and tools that you're working with. So you also get an instructional manual. So you must also have an instruction manual, because instructional manual will give you a steps, which gives you a step-by-step guide to taking these various component and making something out of them. So planning your content will help you to answer every question you need to pose and save some time your content writing process. So if you were going to outline your content, it will help you to easily answer all the questions, no? Mas mapapadali ang pag-answer ng question. I mean, mas mapapadaling maka-answer yung learner kasi he or she can able to understand your content kasi may outline, kumbaga may process, step by step. You have the guide. So here we go now. Step 3. Preparation table of specification. Table of specification, it is one way table that relate the instructional objectives to the course content. So if we say table of specification, it is a tool used to ensure that a test or assessment measures the content and thinking skills that the test intends to measure. So we as a teachers, we need to prepare table of specification or TOS for us to, we need to prepare a table of specification to use able for us to ensure the test or assessment that we're going to give to students. So what is the purpose of table of specification? So the purpose of table of specification is to ensure alignment between our elements of assessments and the content skills or construct that the assessment intends to assess. Assess. So, step 3, I make an examples of table of specification or tools. So, learning competences, numbers of hours spent, meron nang nakalagay na specific hours spent. So, numbers of spent hours is number 1. The number 2, learning competences, I put hours of spent is number 2. Then, 3, 2, 4, 2.5. Ang total nito is 7.5. So, how to get percent of items para makuha yung percent of items, kailangan muna natin siya i-divide times ganyan. So, percent of items equals number of items, hours spent, divided by total numbers of hours times 100. So, here, we divide it to 7.5. So, here, 1 divided by 7.5 times 100 equals 13.13. So, nakuha na natin yung percent of items. So, ilagay natin dito, 13.13. So, this same process din. So, number 2, i-divide natin sa 7.5. Ito na. 2 divided by 7.5 times 100 is equals 26.67. So, number of items is 26.67. Okay. So, the same with the 3. 2.5 ito. 2.5. So, dito nilagay ko yung 2.5 divided by 7.5 times 100 is equals 33.33. So, percent of items is 33.33. So, total of items is always 100. So, ito siya. Times ko lang sa dito. Always 100 yan siya. Okay. So, number of items. Paano ba? Number of items times total of test items divided by 100. So, ang ginawa ko, gumawa ko ng 60 items. So, dito na. For example, 13.13. Ito na, nilagay ko dito. 13.13 times 60 divided by 100 is equals 8. So, number of items is number 8. 8. The same process also. Number 2 examples. So, ito. 26.67. Ilagay ko naman dito para ma-times siya or 26.67 times 60 divided by 100 is equals 16. So, ito na, 16. So, the same din. Parehas lang din dito. Ang kalabasan is 16. 26.6. So, 33.33 times 60 divided by 100 equals 20. So, you must total this one. So, total of 60. And plus 16 plus 16 plus 20 equals 60. So, dito naman tayo, domains. Remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluation, creating. So, sa remembering, 30%. Understanding, 30%. Sa applying, 25%. Applying and analyzing, 25% lang. And here, evaluation is 15%. So, the total of test items is, kopyahin natin to, lagay dito sa total of test items. So, 8, 16, 16, 20. So, the total of 60 items. Oh. So, remembering, nagbutang ko kani. Sorry. Okay, dito, here. Total of test items is 60. So, here, we have 8. So, in the remembering, I put 3. Understanding, 2. So, applying and analyzing, hindi na ako naglagay dito sa, sa baba. Dito lang sa analyzing, 2. Sa evaluation, 1. So, i-add natin to, 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 equals 8. So, sa 16, total of test items, sa remembering, naglagay, I put 5 in the remembering, understanding 5, analyzing 4, so applying, I did not put the number because also the same, evaluation 2, as long as the result is 16, 5 plus 4, 5 plus 5 plus 4, plus 2 equals 16. Total of test item, 16. So, dito naman, 5. Sa remembering, I put the 5. Understanding, 5 also. Applying, hindi na ako naglagay. Sa analyzing, 4. Evaluation, 2. So, the total of this part is 16. Total of test item, 16. And then, sa total of test items, 20. 6. Sa remembering, I put the 6. Understanding, 6 also. Applying, 5. So, analyzing, 5. Analyzing, hindi na ako naglagay kasi para yung total nito ay parehas doon sa total test items. And then, i-add lang natin to, 12. Basta yung kalabasan, 20. So, total of test item is 20. So, pwede ka naman you can put numbers here, but papalitan mo lang to ng 2 or 1. As long as ang magiging resulta 20. So, this one, sa remembering. I-total natin to. 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 equals 19. Sa understanding, 30%. So, ito, 2 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 equals 18. Yung total. So, 4 plus 5 equals 9. 2 plus 4, so 6. Ito na yung total. 1, 2, 2, 3. So, total of this part is 8. So, item location. Yan na yung total. So, item location, 1 to 8 items or test items. So, here, 9 to 24. 25 to 40. 41 to 60. Kasi 60 man. So, 60 din yung result. So, that's my example for table of specifications. Okay, so let's proceed to the step 4. Construct relevant test items. So, construction of test items is the most important task in the preparation step. So, constructing or preparing items test daw or test item is the most important task na in preparation step. So, therefore, must be taken in preparing a test item. So, we have principles that will guide us to create or to construct a test item. So, number 1, test item must be appropriate for the learning outcomes to be measured. So, the test item should be so designed that it will measure performance described in the specific learning outcomes, so that the test items must be in accordance with the performance described in the specific learning outcomes. The number 2, test items should be measure all types of instructional objectives in the whole content area. So, the items in the test should so prepared dapat that it will cover all the instructional objectives, knowledge, understanding, thinking skills, and match the specific learning outcomes and subject matter content being measured. So, dapat our test item should be prepared. So prepared, no? That cover all the knowledge, yung makover ang kanyang instructional objectives, knowledge, yung understanding, thinking skills ng mga bata. So, when the items are constructed on the basic table of specifications or tools, the items become relevant. So, kung ang iyong items daw constructed siya on the basis of table of specifications or tools, then your items will become relevant siya. So, sa number 3, the test item should be free from the ambiguity. So, the explanation on that, so the item should be clear dapat siya, inappropriate vocabulary, and awkward sentence structures should be avoided. So, dapat your items should be clear, and dapat we should avoid the inappropriate vocabulary, the awkward sentence structure, so the item should be so worded that all learners understand the task. So our test item should be worded siya in able to our learners to understand the task. So for example, number 3, 4 items where did Gandhi born? So yan ang 4 items. Example sa 4 items, but if you want it to be better, if you want it to be have a better item, ang ilagay mo is in which city Gandhi born. So nakikita yung difference, no? 4 items, if you want it to be better, so must make it specific yung items niya or question na gagawin mo. Okay, so number 4, the test items should be of appropriate difficult level. So the test items should be proper difficult level so that it can discriminate properly. So ma-discriminate properly siya if the test items are properly in difficult level. So if the item is meant for a criteria reference test, its difficulty level should be as paired. Difficulty level indicated by the statement of the specific learning outcome. Therefore, if the learning task is easy, kung easy yung task mo, test items must be easy. Then if the learning is difficult, if your task or your activities that you had given to your student difficult, then the test item must be also difficult. So number 5, the test item must be free from technical errors and irrelevant clause. So sometimes there are some unintentionally close in statement on the items which help the pupils to answer correctly. So they are close. For example, grammatical is contenses, verbal associations, extreme words like ever seldom, always, and mechanical feature. So therefore, while constructing a test item, careful step must be taken to avoid most of these clues. Okay, so class test items should be free from crucial, ethnic, and sexual biasness. Okay, so the items should be universal in nature. Yes, care must be taken to make a cultural fair item. It must be, if kung gagawa ka ng item which is related to for example cultures, so it must be fair. So you need to make a culture pay item. So while portraying a rule, all the facilities of the society should be given equal importance. So the terms used in the test items should have a universal meaning to all members of the group. So I have here on examples.